Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to episode 24 of Steel Forest, where even our woodcutters get stranded on mysterious trees. Today is the day where we are probably, most likely even, going to reclaim the old home of the Banner of Shadow. If you are around with me since a while, you might know what that means. This is pretty much the finale of a long warfare against the goblins. So join on in, have some fun, and we're gonna build a wood fortress at the same time to annoy the elves as hard as possible. We got plans here, right? Okay, the stranded people so far, I think it will resolve? I got no clue. This is one of the weirdest situations to be in ever. They technically should be able to climb off of the trees. A couple of you recommended we should just build a staircase. Tell you what, we're going to try that. We're just going to try that. For once. I don't know. Never tried it. And I think this is an interesting proposition. So we're going to make these the top priority. Is that? Yeah. So yeah, that's the best I can do, I think. At the same time, we're working on draining the pond there. So one of our stranded, the remains of one of our folk can be retrieved. I don't know, very chaotic moments here. So, the unseen nets are back home. We have Veiled Scorpions, Trust Monster, and Soap Thief. Let's see. Bewitched Evil is the one that we are currently not attacking, right? And as you see here, we have almost annihilated all the goblins up there. Very happy with that. And if everything goes down as intended, we're going to see today the political reclamation of that fort. That place back there, Raspdorp, I really hope that we're going to be able to play that in the next season. I put this into such vague words because, well, Dwarf Fortress can be very buggy at times, and I'm very concerned that all my ideas and fantasies are for naught. So I'm holding myself back here a little bit with a hype. Speaking about hype, let's check if the hype here has arrived. Oof. The hype machine is very slow. So, well, for what it's worth, we are going to go and add in some jurists for art. Can you actually inscribe glass floor? And how does it look if you do? We're about to find out. So, Bewitched Evil, Soap Thief, and Veiled Scorpions. Trust Monster is missing. This is like a memory game. By now. Okay. And the raw swords have returned. So, Trust Monster, Bewitched Evil, Soap Thief. Veiled Scorpions is missing. Geez, guys, what is wrong with you? Why are you all not capable of taking down things? What is this? Alright. And back to Trust Monster we go. I want to give them the final blow on Raspdorp. You know, it is for me very important that our enemies will see that this is the final nail in the coffin. Alright? Trust Monster, Veiled Scorpions, and Bewitched Evil. And Soap Thief is the last one. Seriously, I'm happy when this weird memory game with the goblins is finally gone. Alright. It does take a pretty painful amount of time, though. So stranded folks are de-stranded. I think the magical staircase collapsed? Probably. Seems so. Whatever. Nobody's stranded anymore. Nobody seems to be dying. I'm a happy man. Alright. So, I don't know, these blocks back here, they're not being built right now. Seems to be a crappy job that nobody wants to pick up. Ah, well, whatever. We have freed up enough so we can flood the chamber and recover poor Kubuk's remains that are just floating around in the pond, waiting to be buried. I really love this little burial area here. This is really one of my favorite things. I know it doesn't look like much. I think I've been talking about that already in the same pretty similar words, but I don't know. I like it. Tell you what, we're going to order ourselves another set of statues. It's about time that we're flooding this place with art while we're still around. So, well, I have a few boulders of granite. Oh boy. So, we're just going to make 50 random granite statues. Why not? It's going to give me something to decorate the fortress with. And going random is also fun, as it means that we get a wild selection of things that are important to this culture. There we go. So as you can see, poor Kubuk's remains will now be washed downstairs, and then we're going to be able to bury the poor sod. Then we're going to recover that breastplate. Might be rusty and whatnot, but we're still going to be retrieving it. But first, we let that stuff here evaporate. So, the unseen knits have returned. Wonderful. Good news. I really hope that we're going to get to the point where we can attack rasp orbs. Rasped orb, jeez. I've misread that name so many times that it's now... I don't know. Sometimes it's really hard to unlearn something wrong. You ever ran into that problem? Pretty much sure we all did once or twice in our lives. So, the raw swords are back already. Man, that was a fast one. I find it also quite amusing that it seems as if the elves around us have given up on this whole endeavor. Alright, it's only Trust Monster and Rasp Orbs left. Rasped. Damn! I will have to make an entire season with this name. Alright, the raw swords will now go and demand, surrender, and occupy. Hope this will work. Go and seize Rasp Orb. Really hope this will work. Usually, in fortresses there are demons around, but I've seen reports of players stating that demons also are very willing to just surrender. At times. I've read that, and ever since I read that, I felt like I had to try that. Alrighty. So, let's get down with the towers. So, my friends, we've taken revenge once Rasp Orb is ours. We've successfully taken revenge on the filthy, filthy gobs. Can't believe that we made it. So, I will make a relatively minimalistic fortification system here, because I really don't want to overdo things anymore. I want to get finished with this one in a nice way. Alrighty. Interesting that we have those names segmented like that. Kind of like troubles me. This one, I mean. But whatever. It'll all be fine, right? So let's construct ourselves some more stairs. I think I want to go something like that here. And we had the applewood optics here. So we're going to go away from that chocolatey coffee-like color there. And, oh, I just noticed something that really bothers me. It's minimalistic, but, you know, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So we're going to go like this. And now it is, yeah, better. If you know, you know. Now then. So that part here is almost ready. And I think I'm going to plaster a big fat hole on top of all this here. That's what we're going to do. Ah, perfect. And the entrance to that big fat hole will be here, of course. Yeah, it's making sense. So, not an oak stairwell, but a willow one, I think. Yeah. There we go. So, big jobs to do these days. And the workplace safety operations are also in session. And we're going to drain the rest of this pond. So nobody can be harmed by these elven machinations anymore. Yes. Alright. Role-playing this game is way too much fun to be legal. Seriously, Dwarf Fortress is a very, very special game. It holds a very dear spot in my heart. I'm really happy that you guys are around, experiencing this together with me. Alright, so in a few seconds we will see another pond being drained. 4 Kubuk's remains are already scheduled to be picked up. And I think everybody currently in Steel Forest is very nervous about the news of the raw swords, or no news. Well. Quite surprised that nothing about my tower project is going forward so far. I think I have found a mistake in my plan as well. We obviously shouldn't make these staircases oak, they should be apple. Yes, very important things, I know. You name it. We'd never do anything unimportant here. As if we'd be wasting our time with computer games or something silly like that. Time well spent is never wasted, might you add. Alrighty, so there we go. And we're going to go for, yeah, well, let's take something like that. The raw swords have returned. Nobody did die. That's a good, that's the good piece of news. So, rejected are the castles of Terra. Okay. Then we're going to knock one more time. So, this time with 2 regiments. Why not? I've never tried to actually take a fortress like that. Problem is, conquering might be really, really dangerous. There might or might not be a demon inside there. I have no clue. But I do know, if there are demons inside there, even my best fighters will be probably just cannon fodder. Because silly as dwarfs are when they're conquering things, let's just say, I like to call it that the dwarves have a Japanese war ethics going on. They they love to duel, like the Japanese loved to do so in the medieval ages, or so I heard. I don't know if this is actually true. Let me know if this is wrong. Anyways, so it goes down like this. The dwarf in question challenges the strongest fighter, which happens to be a demon 8 times his size, and they go in a 1v1, and yeah. Usually the dwarves ain't winning this. That's the problem. That's why I'm demanding surrender. I heard that sometimes if you just try it often enough, it'll eventually work. Stranded people again? Come on, you! What's wrong with you? Why do you keep stranding? I've had it with those stairs. You see, I agree with the people saying that with the people saying that it is a more humane approach to build them just stairs to get them down, but it was their decision in the first place to crawl up there like a freaking cat, and then they don't know how to get downstairs anymore. Is that my fault? Not at all. But I just realized we're being attacked by the Friends of Nature. Yuck. So let's station our best and let them do their dang. So there is an elven and a goblin army now. Again, they're teaming up. And why is the sound volume so wildly varying? Does anybody know? Holy boy, oh boy, oh boy. So the fun part is we have now proof that they're not buddies. They're killing each other, the elves and the gobs. So we're taking profit out of that situation. You guys, we are not going to parley with goblins, thank you. As much fun as it would be to just stand right next to you and watch you guys fighting each other, we're going to station our people there and let them have some fun here too. A baby of ours has been found dead. That is absolutely... Alright. Seems like the named Citadel's fighting power is not high enough. Alright, that's been a very tragic loss. But on the bright side, the kid can't be traumatized anymore. It's already dead. Well. A war with the goblins always has these tragic incidents. But whatever. They got what they deserved. Just hope that nobody of mine did drown here again. So bothered by my dwarfs finding excuses to drown themselves time and time again. It's really annoying. Alrighty, so let's see. I hate it when one of us dies, you know? Let's bring in Ushrir. And, yeah, the unseen nets have returned. Let's see. There's peace up there, except for Rasborb not being ours yet. Oof. Alright. At least we now know that the goblins and the elves are no partners in this scheme. I take this truly as good news, all in all. Alright. Couple of statues here in the tomb. It's really upgrading that thing. Couple of statues here and the fountains, just to add in some more liveliness here. So same thing here. Let's get ourselves some plaza vibes going. Statues are such a wonderful way of making your areas more lively and vibrant. There we go. That's how I envisioned in the first place. These blocks, I mean. And with that wealth of statues, well, we barely get along. And so let's order 100 of these. Obviously, we can't use it. Okay. A wounded dwarf is around, but all in all, we've fought back these wicked creatures. It is, just as it stands right now, just another reason to, well, go on with what we were doing, you know? Obviously. Obviously, these elves don't know when to stop. But first, I want to make sure that we have this situation at Rosblorb under control. Okay. Reflooring these areas. There we go. And now to that big old hall idea of mine. So we used oak for walls pretty much everywhere, so I'll stick with that plan. And we're going to add in one big old clan hall, and I think I'm going to add in that stairwell here too. And the basic idea of this thing here is really just to have a nice meeting hall. I don't know. It's really hard for me in Dwarf Fortress at a certain point to find good ideas to put into these areas. Well, so what to put into these areas, I mean. Okay. So we're going to take plum wood for the interior of this one. Just so it'll look a little bit different than the rest of the fort. I don't want to have made these for nothing. Okay. So there we go. Let's see if that works or if it will result in stranded people. If I read these correctly, it should allow me to just build the top layer of that one. So, the raw swords and others have returned, so that doesn't seem like they, oh, they are not back yet with the reports, I think. Or did they? I think they did. Yeah, here. Okay. So, well... difficult. Do I try it now with more demands, or do we try to attack them at least once? I say we try to attack them at least once and see how it plays out. Maybe I'm crazy about nothing, and they don't even have a demon commander at hand. So conquer and occupy. Off you go. And we're going to go with the barricaded brightnesses and demand the surrender again. Maybe it'll work. Psychological warfare from here on, paired with real warfare. Yeah, we'll see. Good. Well, all that stuff, coming along nicely. I gotta say, it is a terrible amount of work to make these forts happen. But at the same time, it's really looking cool once it's done. What's bothering me right now is the lack of a uniformist look. I think I'm going to erase the highwood, the oak floor bits and replace them with highwood. I mean, we got by now a real ample supply of these. All right. So, I am wondering whether or not I should replace all the top floor bits with highwood now. I think I will. This will make everything much cleaner. These borders around the areas there make the whole fort look less nice to look at from the top layer. Alright, so the Carpenter Guild has been established. Way ahead of you, friends. Way ahead of you. So, well, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't send the named citadels into pillaging conquests up to the elves now. They basically asked for an attack of the named citadels when they murdered that poor lady. That was basically that. So, yeah, these are all usable tombs. I have no clue why they are not used yet. They should be assigned, but we'll be getting to that. These guys, they are just not. They just didn't find time for it yet. Okay. So yeah, there's no more second thoughts about that. I looked around the fort for a sec and realized that I immediately felt like it would look much nicer if every wall bit here on the top layer had a uniformist color. It will make everything look so much more orderly. I mean, at the same time, it's draining my highwood lock reserves like crazy, but highwood is that type of wood that I found a lot of around here. This also means that we're basically flooring the entire top layer yet again, but, well, I know. My dwarfies should be used to madness like that. One thing's for sure, we don't have enough highwood blocks right here, right now. So let's see, do we at least have enough logs? Nah, not really. Wow, we processed the hell out of all that. Oh boy. I am frankly surprised that I managed to get through all that highwood. I seriously expected a couple of hundred, or at least 100 logs to be left. So I'll be playing this episode a little bit with the overtime up until the raw swords or the barricaded brightnesses come back, because I am freaking curious whether or not it works out. So, the raw swords come back with many losses, so that fight went badoodles. Just like I said, it is, I bet that it went down just like I said. So, yeah, the Iguana Fiend Erong boiled berries. There's that. This thing now proceeds murdering everybody. And, we have to mourn our losses now. That's what it is. In all honesty, it went down exactly as I was afraid. But, we had to try. I really would have been extremely bothered if this would have been conquerable and I just never bothered to try. You surely understand. But at the same time, that is a really, really problematic situation. I hate you guys. Yeah, it's just the same as the last time when I tried to take out the rest of a goblin civ. Exactly the same thing. So we're going to send the obscure vessels now to demand surrender and occupy. Maybe they can do what the raw swords couldn't. Man, we lost some of our best there. Damn it. Well, my friends, that concludes today's episode. It is for me really, really difficult to say what happens next. We're definitely going to continue building this fort here. I am now pretty much clueless when it comes down how this story will continue, as I can only rely on reports that I have from the from the Dwarf Fortress subreddit, where somebody stated that yeah, demanding surrender eventually worked into a situation like that. We're not gonna give up. We're going to retry while we are building our wonderful little citadel out there. And yeah, thanks for being around, you all. I really, really appreciate having you folks. Comments down below, thumbs up, consider subscribing, check out the description box. You know how this works. Many thanks to all of you who are watching. Many thanks to all of you who were supporting. And many thanks for watching this. See you all next time. Bye-bye.